The central claim of this memorial is that the ruling in Obergefell is a direct contradiction to the Constitution. It is an overreach of the judicial branch, and that the definition of marriage is a states' right issue. And because the judicial branch said, nope, everyone has to be treated equally, guess what? That's an overreach of the judicial branch because it should be up to the people. Well, here's the problem with this. And I'm going to say this because it's the same problem that existed when we were dealing with the whole Roe versus Wade and the Dobbs decision that overturned Roe versus Wade, is that at the end of the day, we tried the states route. We tried giving the states the ability to govern themselves. And what we found out is that when the states were given the ability to govern themselves, when it came to applying laws equally, they didn't. That's why we wound up with the Voting Rights Act. That's why we wound up with the federal government coming in and mandating that all schools be integrated in the South. That's why we had the federal government come in and mandate segregation go away. It's why we had the federal government come in and mandate that abortion be legal across the board. It's also why we had the federal government come in and supplant the Defense of Marriage Act. It's why we had the federal government come in and supplant and allow for the marriage of interracial couples. It's why we had the federal government come in and allow for the marriage of same-sex couples. All because the states can't seem to get themselves in order and provide for all of their people. So when it comes to that central statement from Idaho that the United States Supreme Court overreached and stepped out of their bounds, the reality is that the Supreme Court has done what they have done historically since the beginning of the United States. And they have worked to ensure that our democracy functions, not just for the majority, not just for the loudest people, but also for the minority.